It's Night for Me, Episode 7.
Illustration by Janus Jantner. Episode 7. Ghost. In Episode 6, Brody's little sister, Sophia, helped solve the riddle in the playground. The riddle pointed him to the lighthouse, but Marcus said there were two problems. A storm was coming, and the lighthouse was supposed to be haunted. Ghosts aren't real, dude, I said. But the sky looks super scary. Think we can get to the lighthouse before the rain starts? If we run, Mara said. Ugh, Marcus groaned loudly. I hate running and ghosts. Don't worry, I'll protect you, Marcus, Sophia said, waving her arms in the air. Sophia, what are you doing? I asked, showing Marcus my ghost chopper moves. See? Yeah. Thunder boomed in the distance. It's now or never, I said as I texted my parents to tell them we were taking cover from the storm. Never? Marcus begged, clasping his hands together. Lightning flashed. Now, I yelled, picking Sophia up and bolting toward the park exit. Just then, the sky opened up, and it started to pour. This way, Mara yelled, taking the lead. We were soaked and out of breath by the time we reached the lighthouse entrance. I opened the door and blinked my eyes, trying to adjust to the darkness. The others scrambled in around me. Are there lights in this lighthouse? I asked. Suddenly, the room lit up. Then, a shadow fell across the wall. Ghost. I screeched and ducked behind Sophia. Yeah, that happened. Brody Rogers, who just said ghosts aren't real, tried to use my little sister as a shield when I saw a shadow. I'm not a ghost, weirdo, a familiar voice said. I'd heard it before, when its owner called me Captain Loser on our first day in town. Jacob? Mara asked. Yeah, it's me, Jacob said as he stepped into view. What are you guys doing here? Nothing, Marcus bluffed. Just getting out of the rain, I added. Showing Brody around, Mara said. Finding treasure. Sophia exclaimed. Ugh, what are you doing here, Jacob? I asked him. Sometimes my parents fight over dumb stuff, he said. It's quiet here usually. Jacob turned to Sophia. Treasure hunting, huh? He asked. Nah, she's just got an active imagination, I said. No, I don't. Sophia stomped her foot with each word. We are on a real treasure hunt. Want to help us? She asked the enemy, Aka Jacob, sweetly. Sure, I can help, Jacob said. What are we looking for? I looked at the twins with my eyes wide. They just shrugged. Finally, I gave up and filled Jacob in. I figured he'd make fun of us because he seemed like that kind of guy. Instead, he stared at the picture of the box in the book and said, Whoa, that's so cool. Have you seen anything like it around here? Marcus asked. Yeah, I think so, he said, waving for us to follow him. There's a box on a shelf in the old lighthouse keeper's room. I was always afraid to mess with it because, well, you know. Because of the ghost stories? Mara asked. Yeah, Jacob grinned sheepishly. If there were really ghosts in here, I didn't want to make them mad. Marcus puffed his chest out and cackled. Afraid of ghosts, huh? Oh, stop it, Marcus, so are you, Mara scolded him. Marcus glared at her. Jacob pointed to a high shelf. You'll need to climb up on something to get it. Lift me up, Brody, Sophia said. It might be heavy, I warned as I lifted her. Sophia handed me the chest. It looked like an old music box, with a gold crank handle on the side. I took a deep breath and turned the handle once. The top opened and my stomach dropped. There was just a blank sheet of paper inside. Is this some kind of joke? Marcus moaned, gripping his hair. Where's the treasure? I shook my head. I couldn't believe we'd hit a dead end. This isn't the end of the hunt, you guys. No secrets told without a candle, remember? Mara said, remembering a line from one of the riddles. I'd actually forgotten that part. Yeah, but what are we supposed to do? Light the paper on fire? Jacob's eyes widened and he held his hand out. Hey, let me see that. He took the blank sheet and rooted around in a drawer, then pulled out a box of matches. No, I gasped, lunging to rescue the paper. Don't light it on fire. Dude, chill, Jacob laughed. I'm not going to torch it seriously, just trust me. Nope. I didn't trust him, not even the slightest little bit, but still, I just stood there and cringed as he brought a lit match close to the paper and waved it around slowly. What are you, magic? Sophia clapped her hands as Jacob smiled and blew out the match. Invisible ink, Mara marveled. Nice. What's it say? Marcus asked impatiently. It says, when you arrive at, Jacob read. That's all. Does that mean anything to you? Remember the lines we found at the library and the playground? Find the prize, to you from me. This line must go next, Marcus said. Find the prize to you from me, when you arrive at what? Did we miss something? Mara flipped through the pages, shaking her head. I don't think so. Wait, how many times did you turn the handle of the music box, Brody? Once. Oh, 1 click, 2 click, I said, reciting another piece of riddle. I turned the handle again and a small drawer opened, revealing a large key with the top shaped like a skull. Okay, now we are getting somewhere, but what does the key open? Jacob asked. I have no idea, I said, plopping face down on the dusty bed. Let's think. The skull must be a clue to something else, Mara said. Skull key, what do you mean? Marcus faked pride, shaking his fists in the air. Skeleton key, Jacob said. I sat up and looked at him. Huh? It's an old skeleton key, Jacob said. That's what they're called, you know, the kind that opens all the locks in a place. Mara started doing a weird dance, like a football player who just scored a touchdown, and Sophia copied her. Why are we dancing, Mara? She asked, giggling. Because I've got it figured out, Mara squealed. Find the prize to you from me, when you arrive at Skeleton Key. I gasped. Marcus gaped. Jacob grinned. And Sophia ran around fist-bumping all of us. Great, Marcus mumbled. The creepy, deserted island with ghost people and ghost sharks. Hold on, Jacob said. How are we going to get there? It's miles off the coast of Clam Cove. Matey, abandon all ye fears, for we be the Jolly Rogers, I bellowed, sounding like my dad in all his pirate glory. We set sail well, whenever I can convince my parents to sail us there.
The end.